Sonny, Joey, 500. Got some goats in the building.
Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man, y'all get it. My QB got swag, my wideout is award winning. This fly was fly, Joey and 500. Like and subscribe, yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up, and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown. Here comes the Shakedown.
Let's go.
Yo, everybody doing? Don't you frown because we're about to have a breakdown. Oh, man. What is going on, everybody? Thank you for being here. Man. This was a hard one today. This is a hard one to swallow. This is a very, very disappointing loss. Joey, what's going on, man? What's up with you?
Oh man, I'm just kind of going through emotions here of of this team and kind of going to this game with a formula that they've had the past few weeks and totally just went backwards in this game from the start of the snap, and a lot of things went wrong. Where I thought I was watching pretty much the team from the first quarter of the season. A lot to do with the play calling sequence from Nick Sirianni. And obviously, Jalen Hurts just having a horrible game. There's a lot of things wrong. It's not really just about losing against the Giants, which everyone does hate. It's more than that. It's something's internally wrong here with this team and how they're using players. And I don't know how you go back to playing like this, like you really haven't the past few weeks. So I'm very upset about it.
It's a hard loss. You really thought you really thought it was on Nick Sirianni a lot? Because I thought they got away from the run in the first half, and I didn't understand it. But it seemed like the second half they kind of started doing it, and then they started moving the ball. But I mean, even more important to me is like the just god awful mistakes. I mean, what like right before the half, you can't throw an interception. You cannot throw an interception in that situation. Jalen Hurts got no better. I thought that was brutal. I just thought this team made so many mistakes, and it's not one person. I mean, there was a lot of mistakes to go around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm not putting everything on Nick Sirianni. Definitely not. Did he put his quarterback in the right situation? No, but you had a quarterback making the throws today, not looking at the checkdowns, not going through his progressions and his reads, and really not distributing the football. And really, what really pissed me off today is really keeping the ball in Jalen Hurts' hands a lot more with these QB sneaks, with these scrambles, which are nice when he gets those first downs. But I feel like they're using Jalen Hurts way too much. They're not using the offense around him enough, and that's why we lost this game today.
Yeah. Well, it's weird. I really kind of thought that when Kelsey got hurt and he went out and Herbig comes in, I really felt that's when they got away from the run. That was really kind of when they seemed to start getting away from the run. And then Driscoll goes out, and then I think Kelsey had to come back in. And it seemed like they started running the ball again, but God, what a horrible game.
And here's the thing too. Like even when Boston Scott ran for that touchdown, and obviously with the Nate Herbig call, with the holding call, that messed everything up. So then the Eagles get into red zone where they're trying to score. So you throw an wide open pass to Greg Ward. Greg Ward barely gets any snaps. So was he open? He should have caught that definitely. Mm-hmm. Okay, but then right before the last play, right, you don't put a running back next to Jalen Hurts and you let him do a QB draw up the middle. Like, why are they sacrificing his body to get this touchdown?
No, I would have ran the ball. I would have had Miles Sanders in there, and I would have run one of those guys, called the timeout with 8 seconds left. That's what they should have done. I mean, it was stupid. Liquid, thank you for super chat, man. He says, laugh out loud, horrible theme song. By the way, Jalen's our booty. Liquid, thank you so much. We appreciate all your confidence and your positivity.
It's the best theme song.
It's the greatest theme song in the history of theme songs and theme songs.
Yeah.
It just sucks when we lose and we have to play it. We need to change a few words. You know, get ready for a meltdown. You know,
Yeah.
get ready for a meltdown. We lost and we're going to not take this. Yeah. So it was a tough game. Like it was weird too, because it was like I felt like in that game that the Eagles, like there was nothing the Giants were doing. I'm like, oh, this is a problem. This is a problem. But we could not get going. We could not get going, you know?
No.
And I want to say the other thing I want to say is I don't understand how you could go most of the game and not get Devontae Smith involved in the game and Dallas Goedert involved in the game. I mean, they were saying at the end of the last drive, they didn't even look his way. And he's telling the coach, I'm open. Yo, throw me the ball. And he was wide open.
Yeah, and it's happened multiple times this season and multiple times during this game. I think the second to last play, if you rewatch this game again, you saw Devontae Smith go up to Nick Sirianni on the sideline, say something to him, and Sirianni kind of like said one word and kind of shoot him off. And then not getting that pass was a huge deal. I heard he threw his helmet on the sideline. The Eagles don't deserve Devontae Smith. You have a number one, literally, I'm not even saying a Hall of Famer, but you have a guy that's going to be really something in this league. Imagine him on another roster right now and what he could do. And look, I don't blame Devontae Smith. Even with Quez Watkins not getting enough touches, Reagor had a lot more touches today. Well, besides the last one. Well, besides that one.
We're going to get into Reagor because I think there's a conspiracy going on with Jalen Reagor. Okay, well, I'm sorry. Wrong. Not Jalen Reagor. Jalen Reagaholor, because that's what he is. He is Jalen Reagaholor, his new name. Reverend Bebop says, just rewatched the last play. I didn't realize how easy of a catch that should have been. Send Reagor back to the McFlurry machine. When we'll get into Reagor in a second. I want to kind of go through this thing slow mode, like kind of go through it, you know, because I look in the first quarter. First series they came out throwing. I hated it, absolutely hated it. But then they seemed to run miles a little bit, and then they kind of got away with it. And I think it was, and I'll have to go back and watch it. But I think it's when Kelsey went down, they started getting away from the run, which is totally dumb, by the way. You know.
Yeah.
Common Star, thank you for super chat. He says Hurts is 90% to blame. We ran the ball a good amount, but all Hurts had to do was throw short and to the check down. He had 3 picks when guys were open. Look, the first interception that he threw. The first interception he threw, it was hard for me I didn't kill him because there were a lot of Eagle players, and I didn't show the replay, but they were saying that Quez was held up and should have been a penalty. Okay, fine. The second interception is inexcusable. Like, that should be inexcusable for high school or college kid in that situation. You have 8 seconds left. You snap the ball. You roll your right. Nobody's there. You throw it out of the end zone. It's it. Go. You kick the field goal. It's a tie game at halftime. The third interception is he can't throw deep.
It's not even just that, but it was 1st and 18, and you're throwing the ball down 50 yards down the field. It's 1st and 18, and you're throwing it that deep into double, and you're not even mentioned you underthrew it, which Reagor has to come back for it.
And he was actually open. If he throws out in front of him, he's actually open. But it was underthrown, and it was double coverage.
Right.
And he threw a double coverage a couple times today. It was just like, oh, man, we're lucky. He literally could have had 6 interceptions today. He could have had in that last drive alone, he should have had 2. Jalen Hurts was not good today. Okay. Jalen Hurts was not good. And this is going to be the theme with Jalen Hurts. It's going to be simple. Can Jalen Hurts develop into a decent passer? And if he can, he's a franchise quarterback. And if he can't, he's not. Do we know yet? We don't know. But we know that where he's at right now isn't good enough. I still think you have to wait and see. There are people in my stream, maybe your stream too, calling for Minshew. I don't think those kind of things are going to help. I think you have to play it out, and you have to see how he develops. But he was not good today.
No. No, and if you want to, even though the offense had so many opportunities to do good things, you go over to the defensive side of the ball where few times they did bring on a full kitchen sink blitz and could not touch Daniel Jones at all. The pass rush is still bad. The zone coverage is still bad. I feel like it's a free play when it's zone coverage. These wide receivers are running by the corners, by the safeties, or find that open space. They're getting those big receptions, and the corners. There's only so much they could do in this game. Vontae Maddox had that pick, which we thought it was a pick, and it wasn't. So they tried. Darius Slay had a couple good ones. Steven Nelson gave up maybe one or two, but I thought the corners played good. But there's only so much they could do when there's no pass rush. Right. So it's insane.
That's the biggest problem on this team. It defensively, especially, is you have no pass rush. You have none by either defensive end. Either ends get you no pass rush. Glow, thank you for Super Chase. Says, why is Reagor playing? I swear he had a shift. I don't look, Reagor. Here's the thing with Reagaholor. And Comstar, thank you for Super Chat. He says Hurts also made the wrong reads and was inaccurate. He was very inaccurate. He was inaccurate. No, Hurts. Hurts did not have a good game. Did not have a good game. Philly the podcast. Shout out to you, man. What's happening? Everybody go sub up Philly the podcast. But what's up, buddy?
Appreciate Joe.
Eagle Body Bag says Carson Wentz would have never lost to the Giants like this. Laughing my ass off. Oh yeah, Carson Wentz 3 touchdowns over the GOAT, and but they lost. They lost.
Who cares? Carson Wentz would fail in this system. It doesn't matter if Carson played good today. He played great today, but we're talking about the system that players aren't going to work in this system. That's in this scheme. That's what the problem is.
There he is, McDonald's finest, Jalen Reagaholor. Thank you for super chat, my man. He says, "Are you all going to check out my next Twitter post?" Of course. Look, Hurts did not have a good game. Herbig killed us on a couple penalties that brought back touchdowns. Late in the game, Boston Scott fumbles a ball. He cannot fumble. And I don't understand this. Was Miles Sanders hurt? Because he limped off. Is that why he was not in on the last 2 series?
He had 9 carries and he didn't come back in.
He was averaging like 7 yards a carry.
Yeah,
he was having a big game. It's like, why not feature him? He needs to be the feature of your offense. You don't have Howard, use him.
Well, can I ask, could they have changed things up because Howard wasn't playing today? Did it change their whole game plan? I mean, to change it that much?
I don't think it did. I think what would change the game plan early, I believe, is when Kelsey got hurt. I think that was a big part of it. Because they like to use Kelsey and pull him and stuff. I don't think they can do that with Herbig. I believe that's why, but I don't know for sure. But it seemed like in the second half they kind of started to run a little more, and they started moving the ball, and they wound up getting a touchdown. And then it was like crazy. It was really crazy. Chub, what's up, my man? Nice name, but it's crazy. We got 347 people here. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't clicked the link in the description, go sub up Joey Shakes, the better member of the Philly Shakedown podcast. We're a little down pressed tonight. No cigar, no stogie. I gotta say that even when it was 4th and 10, I thought the Eagles were going to win the game. I thought something was going to happen and we were going to win the game.
Yeah, they were getting some big chunk yards down there with Gainwell, and they were spiking the ball. They were really managing the clock really well at the end, and really it was up to Jalen Hurts' arm and these receivers and who he's going to target. And unfortunately, it ended the way it did.
Well, I mean, let me see this because AJ says I'm convinced now that our running game is nothing without Howard. Let me see this here. See, Miles had 9 carries, 64 yards. That's a pretty good average.
Mm-hmm.
Ball Scott had 15 carries, 64 yards. And then Hurts had 8 carries, 77. And then Watkins had 1 carry for 3. I don't understand why Miles is not having more ball unless he was hurt. But, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it don't. No, it doesn't. I think it comes down to I mean, there wasn't. I'm not saying there was no balance. I mean, there was points where you're throwing when you shouldn't. You're running where you really have to. Even like on crucial, like you can't pass 3 times in one drive. On that 1st and 18 where he threw the pick, you can't 1st and 18. You're down by your end zone. You're throwing it deep. I mean, it's just stupid. Like where did all this come from? The first quarter of the season, we dealt with these stupid decisions in the play calling sequence, which is on Nick, because that play on 1st and 18 where he got that pick from McKinney, he actually changed the play. So I don't know what the original play was. Probably was a run. I don't know. So
yeah, I don't know. Eagles gang says, Rager, don't make me eat you up. I am Joey Shakes. I will eat you up. That's comrade Joey Shakes right there.
Yeah,
I must break you. Oh man, it is so frustrating. I tell you. How many times did we get pressure on Daniel Jones today? I think somebody said we had 1 sack. I'm not even sure if we had that. I don't even remember.
We had a garbage. We had end of the 4th quarter. It was a garbage when we were calling all 3 timeouts. Hargrave.
And he ran and he just went down on purpose to stay in balance. Yeah,
garbage time. Right.
I mean, you get no pressure with your ends. We keep hearing this kid Aiden Hutchinson. That may be where you have to go, because I think they need 2 defensive ends. You know.
Yes.
But it was very frustrating. I thought Hurts wasn't good. I thought a lot of the guys on offense were not good. And then of course we deal with Jalen Reagaholor. Now Jalen Reagaholor, he has 2 game-winning touchdown passes right where they need to be. You can complain. We can say Hurts this, Hurts that. Hurts wasn't good. But when it mattered the most,
right,
and he had to get the pass and scored a touchdown, he put it perfectly to Jalen Reagaholor. And then Reagaholor drops the one. I actually, in my stream, I thought it got intercepted because I saw the other giant come and dive. I thought he caught it. I thought it got deflected up. And then he gets the one on 4th and 10. I mean, I don't know what else you can do. You got to catch that ball.
Hit him right. I went through his hands. I mean, it you can't make it any better than that. And we would have been fine. There was still time on the clock. Could have either spiked the ball or he would have got that touchdown, whatever it was. Probably would have got the touchdown. Probably. Right at the goal line. I mean, perfect. 2 guys behind him, not even really on. They weren't draping him at all. Like there was a good timing factor on that pass, and him catching it he would have been the hero. He would have been the hero in that game.
Oh, yeah, he would have. It could have got his whole career going and stuff. But what's crazy, what's aggravating is I saw something, and I don't remember the exact number, but they were saying that Rager was more active than Devontae Smith and Quez Watkins. Like they were trying actively to get Rager the ball more than those other guys. And this comes back to my thinking about what we say about Howie Roseman, Jeffrey Lurie, how they always want to interfere and and we're always worrying about controlling certain things. Are they forcing Jalen Reagor to play when he should not be out there?
Because even from there was times even the past few weeks where he really wasn't in games that much. They were using him as a gadget receiver on like those reverses and those little handoffs, like those motion handoffs and stuff like that. And I was really surprised he got as much playing time as he did today. So there could be. I mentioned in my stream earlier today, just before I got on here, that it could be, maybe Howie Roseman is back in the talks of interfering with the play calling and all that every single week, and it can't ha't.
I don't understand what does Reagaholor bring for us? He stinks on special teams. He can't return punts. He's dropping balls. I don't see the benefit. I would rather play Greg Ward Jr. I would literally rather play Greg Ward Jr. in a slot. The whole reason, if people remember, the reason why they supposedly did not draft Justin Jefferson was because he was supposed to be a slot receiver.
Right.
And Reagor was supposed to be an outside receiver. Now Reagor is primarily a slot receiver. My thought, I'm done with him. I'm done with Jalen Reagaholor. Yeah. And the thing is, I'm trying to be like, hey, give a guy 3 years or whatever. I can't do it. I watched Nelson Aguilar take 10 years off my life. And Jalen Reagor just took a year off. I'm done. I know where this goes. I don't want any part of him. You know what I mean? And crypto, I was going to read that. Here you go. The 500, yes, Reagor got 2 times more targets than Smith and Goedert combined. How can that possibly? How can you possibly do that? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. Liquid, thank you for the super chat. He says, sit Reagor and J-Joel and put DK and Jefferson in. Oh, wait. Yeah, well, I mean, I know. It's crazy. I don't understand the thinking with Reagor. I don't understand it at all. I don't understand. And if Devontae Smith came up to me and I'm a coach and he says, I could get open, I'm going to give him a shot. I'm going to tell him, I'm going to say, he's going to get open. And he did get open. You guys see that play. He is open. And he's got his hands
time.
And he's open. He turns up at the 15. If Hurts throws that, it's a touchdown.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Why'd you draft him? I mean, I don't get how it's not enough that you're not barely. I mean, even I think there's been like ascending chemistry connection between Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith the past few weeks. Obviously, I think it's been brewing, but then they totally just did a 180. They totally just straight away from it. And they're not. I mean, and it's crazy because it's like when Devontae Smith promises the coach, like, "Hey, throw the ball to me," and still you don't do it. How does he feel after that? You know what I mean? So it's crazy.
Yeah, well, and I don't say that to mean that Hurts shouldn't have thrown the ball to Reagor or has to. I'm just saying that as a head coach, if my star young receiver tells me that, I want to give him an opportunity. Now Hurts threw the ball to where Reagor went up and he had 2 hands on it. He has to catch it. He's a professional, and he dropped it right after dropping another one. That's why I wouldn't even have him on the field. I would have had him off the field at that point,
Right. I get it.
Yeah, it's just very, very frustrating, Devontae Smith was wide open on that last play. He was. He absolutely was. It's crazy. It really is crazy. Bro, the Giants, that's a key division game. How do you mess that up? I don't know. I don't know how you – I mean, this game was, 3-0 well into the third quarter. 3-0. It just seemed like to me everything that could go wrong did go wrong. I mean, and they were a lot of self-inflicted wounds, a lot of penalties. You had the Herbig penalty, right? That was that took the touchdown off the board. I've never seen a team, by the way, in the National Football League have so many touchdowns in one season taken away for flags. Okay. Then you had the third. It was a 3rd and goal for the Giants. They throw and there was a pass interference, and it was pass interference, and they got 1st and goal. Can't have that there. Can't have interceptions at the end of the half. Just the Eagles. I really think they beat themselves today, and I give the Giants all the credit. Shout out to the Giant fans. You won. You deserve it. No excuses. But there was no point in time during this game where I was like, we can't stop them. The problem is we couldn't get going,
No, couldn't get going at all, and it's just it only takes one play. And even there was a big Hurts scramble that went back, another holding call. So I mean, there was crucial moments where we shot ourselves in the foot. I even said the other day the only way the Eagles lose this game is that they shoot themselves in the foot, self-inflicted wounds, injuries, that could happen in this game. And obviously losing Kelsey was big because obviously with that Boston Scott touchdown, if Kelsey was in, it probably wouldn't have been a flag on that. So there was a lot of missed opportunities today. For some towards the players are responsible for the players, and some were towards the quarterback and the play sequence of Nick Sirianni and what he was calling all game. So
yeah. Eagles game says, what about the Boston Scott fumble? That was a key fumble. I mean, I thought when he fumbled that the game was over. I thought that it was over, but luckily the Eagles defense stepped up. They used those timeouts. They got the ball back with plenty of time. You had 2 plays in to Gainwell where he gained like 15 yards, another 15 yards, quick first downs out of bounds, and you're in it. You're back in it. But I mean, obviously, Boston Scott cannot fumble that ball. That's where you're like, well, where's Miles Sanders? And you got to figure at that point in the game, something has to be wrong with him. You know what I mean? It has to be. Witch King, thank you for super chat. He says, Hurts has looked absolutely terrible in every divisional game so far. We still have 4 divisional games left, by the way. So yeah, if you think about it, he was very bad against Dallas. This to me was his worst game. But the Dallas game was right up there. He was bad there. He was struggling. He was bad in the Washington game the year before. I don't remember what other division games he played on. So that's something to keep and watch out for. Seriously. But we got 4 divisional games left. We usually split with Washington. I think we're pretty much going to have to win out if we want to get in.
Right. I believe it. Yeah.
And they could. I mean, they could, but not if they play
You're talking the division. You're talking division. You're talking wild card. You're just
wild card.
Yeah.
Just wild card. I mean, I think division game went up in smoke today. The division, any possibility for division went up in smoke today.
Right.
You needed that 1.5 games behind would have been something, but
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Halftime, you're right. Laurie wasn't happy last week. Maybe he told him the pass game. That's what he gets in the case. Maybe I wouldn't be surprised. You can't put anything behind. You can't take anything for granted when it comes to Laurie or Howie.
No, I mean,
go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't know how, like, if you're winning games, who cares? Like, if you have trust in your coaches, that's why you hire coaches. That's why your coach hires his own staff. Like I don't get how can you be mad at that? Then there's something something wrong with you if that's the case. Like, you gotta let the coaches coach.
There's definitely something wrong with them. I agree. Sugar Day says you lost your belt and then Fizzle trophy. Yep, I know. I lost today. I lost a bet to Bad Dog today. I have to now, the next time the Eagles and Giants play, I have to wear Giants merchandise while the Eagles game is being streamed. That's going to suck. Then Mark Holmes did the whole trophy thing. I lost that to Pizzle. So yeah, I'm having a rough one today. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Oh, I can't sing any songs right now. The way Andy did, he spread the ball around with McNabb. And maybe McNabb can look at the whole field and Hurts can't. He is not seeing the whole field, and that's the one thing I can read out. Yeah, I mean, and I think the question is like we kind of know where Hurts is in terms of being a passer. I think we all know he has work to do. He has, he's not where he needs to be for the NFL. But the question is can he get there? And the only way you're going to know is if you play him. That's the only way you're going to know. I don't think there's anything else you could do. Now, maybe the Eagles will make a decision at the end of the year, but I think you have to play him out, man. That's my opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
Drew Johnson, thank you for the super chat. He says, perhaps the office asked coach to get Reagaholor more involved. That's what I'm wondering, if that front office is trying to force Reagaholor to be more involved because he's a first-round pick. You don't think that Howie Roseman don't see what Justin Jefferson does every week? You know what I mean?
Do other teams do this? Like, do other owners do this to their coaching staff? Like, it just seems so, like, not normal.
Maybe the Browns. I don't know of any, I really don't. But it's crazy, you know what I mean? It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Just wear a Giants athletic cup. Well, I don't want to brag, The Aldridge says, I'm disappointed. Yeah, me too. Was I good today? You made a tackle without a penalty, so I guess Derek Barnett improved. But I still think you're better at McDonald's, dude. Philly Talk Podcast, what's happening? He said, you're a trooper 500. Thank you, man. It was a rough game, but Rager made a tough catch in the third. How he missed both the last plays. Yeah, he did. He made a nice catch on the sideline. It was a tough catch. Then he misses those other two. I don't know. I mean, especially the last one. The last one, he had a clean look at it. The other one, he's in stride. Maybe he misjudges it. But that last one, he should have caught it and just fell back in the end zone. And this game was over. This game most likely was over, Horrible. It's horrible.
Bad.
I don't know, man. It's just tough, Reagaholor needs to get smacked with a meat patty. You can smack. I ain't playing. My meat patty ain't smacking no Reagaholor. Queen Bella's happy. That's good. Very proud of you. Juju says, this is what hurts 16 start. That's a season worth of playing time. I'm saying dump him, but we need an alternate. Well, I mean, you have two choices. You could draft a quarterback, or you could trade for one. Either one, you're going to probably have to give up multiple first-round picks to do it. I don't know. We have to see. If Hurts plays like this the rest of the year, I may be there. But otherwise, I think you got to play him out, man.
Right. Now
You
you
know?
have to at this point.
No, you just do. You just do. It's crazy. Jalen Hurts is now 0-4. Is he 0-4? Did he play the Giants the first time we played him?
Yeah, we benched him though.
We benched him in the Washington game. In the Washington game, right?
Oh, the Washington game, right?
But what about before that? What division game did he play? Oh, he did. He played Dallas. We went to Dallas and we lost. Yes, right. So he's never won a division game. You're not going to survive if you can't win in your division.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Damn, S. Marie. Good call on that. I didn't know that. You know? It was the typical Eagles behavior. What behavior? What were we in? School? How about them Cowboys? They stink. The Cowboys' yearly meltdown has nothing to do with today's game. Okay? You guys are it's still meltdown. It's still choke season for Cowboys.
Definitely.
You may creep in the division. You'll lose first round. John Gill, thank you for super chat. He says, I'm pretty even keeled this year. People are down on Hurts today. Next week after the Jets, he was the future again. Just going to let it play out. Thank you for super chat. I think that's how you have to be. That's what I'm really trying to stay that way. I'm really trying to not make any decisions based upon one game or the other. I think you got to let it play out. I just know today he's got to be better passing though. You know. How about the one hand grab he caught during preseason? We thought he was going to be beast this year. Oh my gosh, yeah. Remember that? Nick Sirianni goes out there and he's going off on him and he yells at him, embarrasses him, and then all of a sudden Rager's catching this, catching that, catching this, one-handed catch at practice, and now look at him.
We're the undefeated scrimmage team this past offseason.
Oh my, we were the best scrimmage team out there.
Yep.
It's frustrating. Now, listen, we still have the easiest schedule, strength of schedule-wise. You have the Jets and then a bye week. Then you have Washington, Giants, Washington, and Dallas, I believe. You could run the table, but you'd have to change a lot of things and go back. You know what I mean?
We don't know how this team is going to play every week now, because if they changed this much this game and went that much backwards, I don't know what to expect during the Jets. And this is a game where you got to keep this one going too, because the Eagles have never lost to the Jets in franchise history. So
yeah. Immortal says we caught a left hook by them Giants. You guys didn't throw no hate me. It's more like we lost by getting a headbutt and we got a cut and they had to go to the scorecard and it was still early. The Giants didn't really do anything to make me scared of them during this game.
No.
But we could not stay out of our own way. Penalties come back. Interception. You can't have 4 turnovers in a game. You can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Boys for Life trolling again. Thank you for super chat. Eagles lose to the Jets. You don't even believe that. Hey, look, if they lose to the Jets, I'll shave my head again. It's over. It's all over. It's over. Yeah. See, here's what I'm going to say one thing. People say this was a trap game. I do not believe that. I do not believe that the Giants ever is a trap game. I don't believe they could be trap game. I don't know how the Giants, Dallas, or any divisional rival could ever be a trap game where you're overlooking them. What are we overlooking them for? The Jets? The bye week? I don't believe it was a trap game. To me, a trap game would be you're playing your division rivals in 2 weeks, and then you're playing this other team, but you're thinking about that game. And that's what I consider overlooking. I don't think we overlooked the Giants. I just don't think we were good enough.
No, we just changed the whole game plan. We just strayed away from what formula we were good at the past few weeks. I think that's what made the Giants win this game.
Yeah, Sugar Daddy. See, he's hurt. He said, I hear you, Phil. There you go. I mean, it's just the way it is, you know. It's bad, guys. It's a tough loss. It's a tough one to take. Question is now is what happens next, Joey? You know?
Yeah, I don't. As in what, the rest of the season? Are you talking?
Yeah.
Game?
What now? What now? What do we do? We're still in the wild card hunt, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean we're what a game. I don't know. I think
Can you even think about that though?
No.
Like at this point, you're 5-7. We shouldn't even think about wild card.
Right.
You know.
Right.
I'm really what I'm worried about is I'm worried about the quarterback situation because I think you have to be patient with Hurts in some respects. I think we know this is where he's at as a passer. Can he improve? But I don't know what the Eagles are going to do. I don't know what Howie Roseman's going to do. I think it wouldn't surprise me they keep him. Wouldn't surprise me if they go and get somebody. I don't know what they're thinking.
Right.
You know? Vapor was a Vapor. Vapor, thank you for Super Chat. Says, keep the first rounds and start Minshew. Do you want to see the mustache man, Joey?
It's another option they can go with if they, if Hurts plays the rest of the season like this, it's another option they can go to. So it could happen. I mean, if they don't want to trade for a quarterback or move up in the draft and waste draft capital on one of these quarterbacks, they could certainly make Minshew the starting quarterback next year if that's the case.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Kenny says Jalen's a great runner and has improved as a passer this year. But are we convinced that he'll continue to improve, or will things he struggles with be weakness? Look, Cam, and how he played today. Well, that's the question. We got to decide what is he? Are we seeing him? And here's a guy that can improve a lot, or are we seeing a guy like this is as good as he gets? I think he can probably improve a lot, but he needs time. And the Eagles are going to have to want to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can't rely on Jalen Hurts on his own. Like I feel like he has to get babysat in the right perfect scheme to be successful in an offense. Like I don't want there to be a coach to where they have to look at everything he's doing, every little thing that he does, and they have to literally babysit him to the point where he can't handle anything on his own and make the right mechanical throws and stuff like that. So that's the problem I have.
Yeah, congratulations to Jalen Reagaholor. He is McDonald's Employee of the Month. Oh, Ray. What did you think about? Did you see Rager's press conference at all?
I haven't watched anything yet. No.
So Rager said in his press conference, he was like, it was only 2 drops. But it was only like game-winning drops,
Yeah, no problem.
His second drop reminded me of Arcega-Whiteside versus Detroit. Remember when he goes up and he drops it?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, Immortal says it's not only Reagaholor, it Hurts through 3 picks. Yeah, I mean, Hurts was bad today. He really threw an interception. He threw to Reagor. Remember before the 4th and 9, I think it was a 3rd down play, and Rager's coming across the middle, and he throws to him. I mean, and that safety jumped it. He just didn't hold on the ball. That should have been a pick.
Right.
Hurts could have had 6 interceptions today. He literally that bad.
I believe it.
It was that bad. It's going to be interesting to see when people start going back to film how open Devontae was during the day. I like to know all those things. David, thank you so much for a super chat, man. He says, "Yo, Philly, how you all going to throw 2 possible game-winning balls to a guy that caught -1 yard at the Saints? Laugh out loud. Pound, go Cowboys." That is a great question. I don't know. I don't know why Reagor was so featured in this offense. Like I felt like they were trying to make him more involved than they were other guys. And that makes me worried and think about this front office. Here we go. Is Howie Roseman interjecting what they're going to do? Who's going to get the ball thrown more? Did he watch Justin Jefferson last week when he had 15 catches and say, oh, we need to get Reagor going? I don't know. But I don't know when Devontae Smith comes up to you and says, Coach, I'm open, get me the ball, and you just ignore him. And then you say in the press conference, which is what Sirianni said tonight, he's like, oh, I love that he came up to me and he wanted the ball. Well, then give him the damn ball.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Jesus.
Yep.
I think the Eagles, I don't think they know how to use receivers. I think they've struggled with this for years. Quez Watkins, he made a couple nice catches today. I got to take Reagor out. I'm going to take Reagor out. I'm going to put Greg Ward Jr. back in there at slot. And I'm going to keep Quez on the other outside. That's what you have to do.
But they won't do it.
No. No. Reverend Bebop, thank you for super chat. He says, when Howie ordered his fries and they asked him if he wanted surprise, he replied, nah, just Reagaholor. Yeah, just Reagaholor. We're really going to have to make some Reagaholor shirts with the McDonald's thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that thing would be the number one seller right now. A Flash 2.0. I want to show you something, how fast I am. Look how fast I am. I'm going to put your ass in a timeout, like in a flash. Too much spamming, bro. See, I give this guy probably more chances than anybody. And he just keeps spamming the same shit. Like, dude, give it a break.
Yep. So people do.
Arian says, 500, can you please admit that the Giants are a better team? I cannot. Don't use excuses. We are without Blake Martinez, Tony Shepard, Logan Ryan. It was fair and square. You won fair and square. No question about it. You won today, fair and square. You're the better team today. I give it to you. On paper, I think the Eagles should be better, but they're not. Today, you're better. I am not taking anything from the Giants. You guys won fair and square, and they didn't. They didn't have Shepard, and they didn't have Tony. And I thought those were going to be big, and it didn't even phase them.
They even lost to Dory Jackson, too, and still couldn't do anything on that either.
Yeah. And not only that, but now the Giants have a 2-game winning streak on us. And I'm telling people right now, one of the things in the Eagles-Giant rivalry that's really weird is that these teams go streaky on each other. You'll have the Giants win 6, 7 in a row. Then you'll have the Eagles win 6, 7, 8 in a row. And it goes back and forth. If the Giants win the next game, we got a problem. A 2-game winning streak, fine. But we got to end that winning streak right. Like, we got to end it right now.
Yep.
I don't want the Giants to become a thorn in our side.
No.
I wanted the Eagles to lose, but the refs still suck. It's a serious problem in the NFL. Refs are horrible in the NFL. No question about it. I don't know how many penalties the Giants had. We had a lot of penalties. It seemed like every time we made a positive play, we had a penalty. It's just like the weird things. Like you get the Herbig call, you get the pass interference call. Those are all fine calls. I have no problem. They're the right calls. But it's just that these are going against the Eagles. We're allowing these things. We're making these things happen. What about the Avante Maddox interception? He picks off. He could not hold on to the ball for 4 steps, and it goes out of bounds, bobbling it. You need to pick that shit off.
I know, yeah.
You got to pick that off.
Yep.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. This is called Dingbatish of the first magnitude. Don't blame refs. Laugh out your team's thing. I just literally got done saying we were guilty of those penalties. What part of we are guilty of those penalties do you not understand? Dingbatishness of the first magnitude. I'm sorry. I just literally got to finish saying, yeah, it was us. Don't blame the. There you go again, mustache milk dummy. That I just said. What did I just say? It's not the refs. You guys are trying to Mark Holmes me. Mark Holmes said that. I didn't. I just said that we were guilty of the hold. We were guilty of the pass interference. You guys are making shit up. See?
Just the piss.
Don't mess with me tonight.
Don't mess with me tonight.
Good thing I look like Denzel Washington. That's how I calm myself down. I look at myself in the mirror for a little bit. I think refs in general in the National Football League suck. But the Herbig penalty was a penalty on Herbig. It was. The penalty in the pass interference was a pass interference. Those were the right calls. And we can't allow those things to happen,
No.
It's frustrating. Just tuning in to say I love you, fam. Hope you and your guys' family blessed Thanksgiving. As for the birds, man. Hey, thank you. As an Earth, thank you, buddy.
Appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate that. 3,500. I'm not giving up. Let's turn this around and make the playoffs. Let me see here. let me see if I can pull up. I just want to pull up the standings here. See if I can pull it up. See where if we get. I mean, the Eagles are still in the running for whatchamacallit. The Eagles right now, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Atlanta's 5-6. New Orleans is 5-6. The Eagles are 5-7. But really, the Eagles are only one game. They're one game out of a wild card. So they're one game, like 1.5 games out.
Right. Yeah. It's not.
No,
I think
it's one game out.
49ers beat the
Vikings
today.
Right.
Yeah.
Vikings are still in it, though. You get this
right.
It's top 7 teams. 1, 2, 3. So you got Arizona, Green Bay, Tampa, Dallas. Those are your division winners right now. And then you have the Rams, Niners, Vikings. The Vikings have the last seed. They're 5-6. The Eagles are 5-7. So the Eagles are very much still alive for a wild card.
Right.
You know, you don't feel like talking about that when you lose a game like this. But you know, to me, I want to get in a wild card. That's the goal for me. I think.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
Ryan Beneke, thank you for the super chat, man. Shout out to you. Thank you, buddy. We got 498 people in the chat. Please please subscribe if you're new to the channel, and definitely click the link and sub up my man Joey Shakes.
Shit.
Fan of Eli says Eagles have 10 draft picks, not 12. I thought we had 12 picks.
I think it's 12.
I thought we had 12 picks.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I thought we have 12, but maybe we don't. I have to look again, but I could have sworn we have 12. We're gonna have Carson played again, right? So Carson played again.
Mm-hmm.
The whole game.
Yeah.
So he's like one game. We're like one game away from clinching that first round pick.
Yeah. Did Titans lose today?
I don't know.
Miami won today, didn't they?
They killed Carolina.
Jesus.
They killed Carolina.
Titans lost today, which is a good thing. Keeps Colts in contention to play Carson Wentz more.
Right.
So that's good.
Yep. Now here's the thing with the whole playoff thing. The Vikings are technically the 7th seed right now. In the hunt, you have the Atlanta, Saints, Eagles, Carolina. Those are your top 4 teams, okay? The Eagles beat all 3 of those teams. They beat Carolina, the Saints, and the Falcons. So they would hold the tiebreaker over those teams if need be.
Right.
So they're still in it, you know what I mean?
They are. No, they definitely are.
Titans lost again. Jeez. Titans lost again. Carolina is bad. Now, I think – I did see – let me see if I can pull this up. I did think I saw the latest draft spots for the Eagles here. Let me see if I can find it. I think the Eagles
update for today?
Yeah. I saw – I think the Eagles have – I think they have the 8th, 10th, I want to say 15th pick. I think that's where they're at right now. Their 8th pick is them.
Right.
The 10th pick is Miami. I'm looking for where I read this. And then I think, Carolina, then Indianapolis, But so they still have a chance at the top 10.
No, you get it. That Miami pick might be our best bet.
Yeah, the Miami. Miami's starting to win now.
Yeah,
that sucks. It really does. So if the Eagles would have beat the Giants, they would have had a 56% chance to make the playoffs. By losing today, they have a 26% chance. That is crazy.
That's a big difference.
That's a big difference. All right, so here you go. I think I got it here. The Eagles are picking number 9 and 10 right now. 9 and 10, and I'm not sure what the Colts are picking. So the Eagles have currently right now the 9th and 10th pick. So Aiden Hutchinson, right?
Mm-hmm. Get him between 9 and 12. If he lands
Maybe.
in those spots.
Maybe, yeah.
I think the Colts before the loss, I think the Colts had the 16. I think they had 16. I think we had the 16 pick for the Colts first rounder if they didn't obviously lose today. I think before this game today.
Yeah. Let's say Williams says 500 is mad at me. Don't blame me. Blame Joey. He jinxed the Eagles and they lost. Yeah, everybody was like, Joey jinxed us last night. What happened with that?
So the crazy part. So I did two simulations last night. The first game went to overtime. Eagles lost. The second game, they were tied at 14-14, and they lost with like 20 seconds left. And Hurts threw 3 picks that game.
Get the frig out of here.
No, I swear to God. Swear to God.
Did Reagaholor drop it?
He had a few he had like a couple of receptions, but no, he didn't drop anything though. Man. Hurts fumbled the ball, and he threw 3 picks. So,
one of the things today, and let's say Williams, I'm definitely not mad at you. One of the things today, though, what I want to talk about real quick is that defense. They did not get pressure, and you talked about it. They blitzed. They did send some blitzes, but they really never got pressure on Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is the kind of guy that will cough up the ball. If you try to make him have to make quick decisions where he has to go away from his first read, he will screw it up. But they really never put pressure on him. I think this is a problem, and I think Jonathan Gannon's got to do a better job finding ways to get pressure or create pressure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean they're not creating any stunts. They're not. I mean, I couldn't believe they brought everybody, and Daniel Jones was still standing.
There was a couple times where they blitzed, and it was like the guy that got there came delayed. Avante Maddox one time came up the middle, and if he would have left earlier, he would have gotten there. But I just thought they had to do more to create pressure. There's a big problem with this Eagles defense, and that is that they don't have a pass rush. They don't have defensive ends. Josh Sweat did nothing. Derek Barnett really did nothing. But if you look at Daniel Jones' jersey, it is almost clean.
Mm-hmm.
It is almost clean. That's unacceptable. It should never be the way,
Right, agree.
I'm awake. Are you? Says Hutchinson is top 5 now. Dude is almost 15 sacks. So here's a question for you guys, and this is forward asking question. But let's say you decide that Hutchinson's a top 5 player. He's going to be a premier defensive end for the next 10 years. Would you trade the 9th and 10th pick to get to like 4 to get him?
It's a tough one. It's tough answering that because we haven't been through free agency. We don't know who's getting traded. We don't know the cap space we have. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if he's legit and he's the top 5 at this point, and he's going to make a huge difference because I think Brandon Graham will come back next year on a veteran minimum deal. I think he will. And to add, Hutchinson on the other side, yeah, it could make a huge difference. I mean, you could. So that means you're stuck with that one pick because obviously the other pick you're probably going to trade back. So it really all depends.
Yeah. 13 points, cannot complain. No, I get it. They didn't score points, but I still think that the issue I'm talking about is more than just this game. It's a season thing. They don't generate a pass rush. If you look against the New Orleans Saints, right, both offensive tackles are out. They don't generate a pass rush with the front 4. I think that's a problem, and it was just I bring up today's game because that was the last game they played. It's a bigger problem than just today. This is a major problem for this team, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson just threw his 3rd interception in the first half. Yeah, that's pretty bad. But he also, man, he's a hell of a player though. Yeah. I mean, he's a way better runner than Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts can run, but he's fast, man. Yabba dabba doo. He says, just remember when Devontae Smith is a non-factor in the game, we could have drafted Micah Parsons. The Eagles, see, here's the thing. I think if the Eagles knew that Parsons could play edge rusher, they would have drafted him. But obviously, they were looking at him as a 4-3 linebacker, not as an edge rusher.
Right.
So there's no way in hell they're gonna draft him. But the guy can rush the passer. You know. Let's see. Next stream, just pay attention to him and test him subtly, man to man. He's gonna crack real quick. Just watch, dude. Almost cried one of the streams when I was exposing him. Who are we talking about?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I just came upon this thing. Who are we talking about, Tyler? I would love to know. I don't know. Philadelphia Underdogs. What's up, my man? He's at 500. I'm taking this season as a valuation season because of Hurts. If he don't show me much at the end of the season, Eagles should consider making a move. We got 3 first-round picks. Yeah, well, I mean that's the big decision that they're going to have to make. You know, I thought if he played the way he played the last 3 weeks, you keep him, you let him play. But if he plays this way, then the final 5-6 games, whatever it is, yeah.
Do you think Nick's gone? Do you think Nick's gone if Hurts plays like this?
No, I think Nick has done enough to. I think Nick Sirianni has done enough to keep his job.
Right.
You know, I do. I mean, you know, like I'm not even calling him Nick Kotite this week. There's a few things I didn't like that he did today. I thought he got away from the run game the first half. Took him a little while to get back to it. But I mean, there were some things I thought he did good, like the play down at the goal line in the second half. He did the right thing by running, and he just didn't run a running back, you know, and things like that. I can't kill him for 3 bad interceptions.
Yeah, no, I get it.
You know, so I think he stays. You know, and there were reports today saying that the Eagles are going to keep what's his face.
Who?
You know, keep Jalen Hurts. The Eagles want Hurts next year. They're not going to look for a quarterback. Well, they said Ian Rappaport said on NFL this morning. He said that if Hurts continues to play the way he has the rest of the year, which he didn't today, that the Eagles would not go after a quarterback. He had it from inside sources. You know, but you know, I don't know what today does. You know.
Yeah.
You know. Didn't cry, but you could tell he was teary-eyed, and he's a bit. I don't know who he's talking about, dude. I'm Tyler. Like I'm so wondering who you're talking about. Kevin the Bad? Who's that? You know who that is?
No,
I never even heard of him. I thought he was going to say somebody else. Nate Condon, thank you for the super chat, man. He says, "Bad game today, fellas. Won't turn on Hurts after this game. We can still win out and go 10-7. Fly Eagles fly. Win or lose, unlike some fans." I hear you. Look, I will say this. On a positive note, the Eagles don't have to fly on a plane. They have every game that they're going to play the rest of the year are games that they can win. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no traveling.
No traveling. So no planes. You got to go to Meadowlands next week. And you got to go to Washington after that. But I think the rest of your games are all at home.
Yep.
So you never know. You know what I mean? I love this. I love this comment here. Yuri says 500. Jalen, Reagaholor, and Barnett need to go ASAP. I couldn't agree with you more. Get rid of them. You know what I mean? You know? Nitro Freak, thank you for super chat. He says, "Fuck these teams. I hate them all." Positivity. No, just kidding.
Positivity.
Look, it's frustrating. It really is. Losing to the Giants, it just always hurts a little different to me. You know, it just hurts different. Them in doubt, it hurts different. Faber says, "When Hurts can throw lights out against any team, I'll consider him as a good quarterback. Minshew can ball out. Hurts is a better athlete." Question is can Hurts develop? Now, maybe he can't. Maybe you think, you know, maybe you're out there and you're listening and you're saying, you know what? I don't think Hurts can develop into a passer. If that's the case, then I think you got to get a quarterback. And then maybe some of you are out there going, I think he can. He just needs time. Then you got to play him. That's the question. Which is it? You know what I mean?
Right.
That's D-Trey said, "I play Minshew and make Hurts a gadget guy, running back slot. He has athleticism, just not an arm." Well, I mean, I guess you could do that, but
then you got to find out if they do make Minshew starting quarterback, can they scheme him? Like, can they use him to his strengths? That's going to be another test.
Cannon says typical Philly fans don't know what that means, but thank you so much. I take it as a compliment.
Yeah, honestly.
I mean, take that as a compliment. Let's see. Minshew gives this team the best chance. I don't know. I mean, look, I watched Minshew a little bit here and there in Jacksonville. I never really paid a lot of attention to him. Some people think he has the ability to be a franchise quarterback. I don't think so. But, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
16.5 passer rating. Yeah, I know. It's brutal. It's really – Hurts was not good today. There's no argument for me at all. You know what I mean? 500. I sent you a message on Twitter on the last play. Smitty was wide open and Hurts threw to Rager. Make a video about it. Yeah, I'm going to take – I did look at that. I went back and I looked at that. And there's no question. He's coming across the field wide open. He's got his hand up like this. Turns up at like the 15 and he's open. He was. And the aggravating part to me isn't even about Hurts. To me, the thing is he went to the coach and told the coach, I'm open. And the coach just shoot him. Like, oh, that's great. Great job. Go out there. No. That's Devontae Smith. You drafted him with the 10th pick overall. You go out and you give him a chance. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Master Bates. Thank you for super chat. He says, love the channel. Keep it up. I had to read that. Make sure I didn't say anything. 500. Do you think Howie will be our GM? I do. I think Howie's going to be the GM. What about you?
I do too. No,
I don't think Howie's going anywhere. And I think that the whole thing where he's scouting 2 quarterbacks and the press release that came out about it, and then not only that, but after the press release, he's on TV with the big binoculars. I think that was all a scam. I think that was all for show to make a point that he's coming back.
Yep.
That's my philosophy on it. You know? Chaos says Hurts played bad, but he isn't the only quarterback to do that this year. Look at Lamar and the quarterback on the Bills. It happens. That's why I'm saying like regardless, I'm keeping Hurts. I'm going to play Hurts the rest of the year. And then at that point, I can evaluate him and say, yes, no, he's the guy, he's not the guy. Until then, I can't do that. I can't just throw him away and say, no, he's not the guy. I gotta see if he can develop,
Yeah, I agree.
Mark Holmes made a video about you just now. Mark Holmes makes a video about me every day. Like every day. So it's just par for the course. Jalen Reagaholor. Thank you. He says, Smith wasn't open. Can you all stop lying now? Look at you. Just because you don't want to work a double, you're trying to come on.
Work a double.
Working a double. I love the McDonald's thing. Eagle fans shouldn't go to 2 games until Howie's fired. That one Eagle fan, 9K6, thank you so much for super chat, man. Yeah, dude, I feel like that too. I feel like Howie's a problem. I totally do.
Mm-hmm.
Freddie Kitchens is here. Great job today, coordinator. He says quarterbacks have bad games, but Hurts is bad. We have to see, We have to see. I thought the Eagles were winning the division. Nobody said they were winning the division. What we said is they have a chance to win the division if you can make it close. There's nothing wrong with saying that. If the Eagles would have won today, they would have had 6 wins. Dallas would have 7 wins. You're a game and a half out, and you play Dallas 1 game. Nothing wrong with saying that at all. Nothing wrong. Thank you so much for super chat. He says Jalen Reagaholor dropping balls by day, flipping burgers by night. Yeah, dropping balls by day, flipping burgers by night. I love it. I can't believe Reagaholor said. He said, "Oh, it was just 2 balls." Yeah, but on the same drive,
game winning. Yeah, right.
Yeah, here you go. Look at him. I think I had a pretty good game. You didn't.
He didn't.
Reagaholor says, Eagles gang says, Reagaholor, don't make me and Joey break you apart. We will also order a milkshake with some. That's comrade shakes.
Comrade shakes.
That's hilarious. Fidel, thank you so much for Super Chat. He says, Lamar has 3 picks at halftime right now. Yeah, I mean, it happens. It happens. No question about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that I hate that it happens against the Giants. And, you got to win division games. If you can't win division games, forget it.
Right.
If he's 0-4 in the division games, that's not good. Sean Step, thank you for Super Chat, my man. He says, Jalen McRager worked fries today. Greasy ass. If Jalen Reagor could only come on this channel for a little bit, I mean, he would be mortified.
Yeah, more than that.
Howard and a 6'5" quarterback are keys to success. Howard, RB1. Man, he was letting me know today in my chat.
Same here.
We're not the same team without Jordan Howard. We're not the same team without Brown. Not the same team. I'm like, I get it, but he's hurt. It's not like we're keeping him down on purpose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Little Westy rings. 500. Weren't you pounding your little chest? What's up, dude? I have a big chest, not a little chest. Yeah, look, the Cowboys choke season is underway. Jalen Reagaholor would be flabbergasted if he was on this live. Oh, my gosh, he would. Jalen Reagaholor.
Get that interview.
I know, right? Let me see. Is Flash 2.0 here? Is he spamming again? This dude spams all the time. Yeah, he got timed out. He got timed out. Philly 500, sing the real Eagles chant. I'll get you started. Cry, Eagles, cry. I don't know that song, but thank you for bringing it up. Time to start sacrificing chickens. You ain't kidding, dude. You ain't kidding. He had timed his ass out. Good for you. That's what I'm talking about. Carson Wentz is with a helmet. You lost.
He's got a crown. What is that?
His crown. Freddie Kitchens is mine. You Giant fans can't possibly think Freddie Kitchens is some savior now. I mean, your offense still looked pretty bad. Let's be honest. It did not look good. The Eagles' defensive line just could not get pressure.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I can't imagine like Jim Johnson, Buddy Ryan, having Daniel Jones go that whole game without not getting rocked. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's the kind of guy that you gotta put pressure on. He'll give you the turnover.
Right.
Good night, Philly 500. You should wrench. Cry Eagles, cry today. Can be better next week. See you tomorrow. I can't. He doesn't. He wants to do me damage, my friend. But thank you, Chase. Good night, buddy. You lost to a 400-pound meat gobbler named Kitchen. Oh my god. I know it's brutal. Fabio Day for super chat says Hurts is the only backup. Hurts is only a backup. His arm's okay, but no NFL. He doesn't have the biggest arm. He doesn't. No. Question is, can he become accurate and can he develop as a passer? Make where the game's slow and he you don't have to have the biggest arm, but you have to be accurate.
Right.
I don't know. I really think that the Eagles are in evaluation with him. You can't get too high on him when he plays good, and we shouldn't get too low on him when he plays bad. I think we have to just kind of let it play out. I'm really trying to take that approach with him.
No, I get it.
If this was a year from now, like if we're sitting here a year from today, and we're having the same conversation, he ain't the guy.
Huge problem. Right.
He ain't the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, 130 yards passing sucks. It sucks, Nick Yak. I totally agree. And I thought he left plays on the field throwing. It's true. Cryptologist says it's perfect time to try Minshew for a few games. Every pass to Smith or Goedert. So here's the thing: you do that. If you do that, and he's even remotely successful, you can't put Hurts back in. It's it. Yeah. So do you think that Minshew is a franchise quarterback?
No, not right now.
I don't either.
Not right
Mike
now.
Flyer says, "Don't be delusional. Hurts is trash." Maybe. I think Hurts does a lot of things you can't teach. He's got a lot of good intangibles. The problem is he's got to become a better passer. Can he develop that part of his game? That is the whole question. I don't think it's fair to say he can't right now or he can. I think we have to wait and see, you know?
Yeah.
Let's see here. So we're about an hour and 9 minutes in. We'll do like another couple minutes and then we'll call it a night. Try to answer some of these. It's been a tough, rough night. 484 people in here. If you haven't, please like, please subscribe, and sub up Joey Shakes, the better half of the Philly Shakedown podcast.
No.
Toribus said Devontae and Quez are going to resent Hurts pretty soon because their numbers are going to be affected, and that's Hurts. That hurts their contract value down the line. Hurts has to prove where they need to get a quarterback. Yeah, I agree. He has to prove, but the question is, how much time are you willing to give him, Torty Phil? That would be my question to you. What's an appropriate amount of time?
Right.
That's what I would like to know. Let me see here. Cowboys getting reinforcements. Oh, Cooper, Lamb, DeMarcus. Cowboys are going to choke, my friend. Cowboys choke season has started. It doesn't matter whether they win the division or not. They'll lose in the playoffs. It's over for you. You're done. You can hang it up. A little alien guy with no name. Thank you for the super chat. So, hey, Philly, would you trade Hurts during the offseason for an established quarterback who may win out of their current situation like Russell Wilson or A-Rod? I can't see a way that Rodgers would want to come to Philly. Russell Wilson, I would consider, but it depends on. It'd be hard too because I don't know how far we are. I think we're still a few years away. You know what I mean?
And the second question is if there's going to be a team that's actually interested in Hurts as well and what you're going to get for him too. I don't know.
Right. Vladimir David Super Chase said, I miss Vic. Oh, I miss Vic too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, definitely. You know. Fabio David Super Chat, he says, look at Josh Allen. He fixed his arm. Well, he fixed like a lot of his mechanics and stuff. He had naturally like a big arm. But you can fix your arm. You can get better. You can get, you can get better. No question about it. Philly 500 should never be a Cowboys fan. No. But hey, Denzel Washington, you looking good, buddy. 500, would you rather have that moment, Jones, or who would you rather have at the moment, Jones or Hurts? For me, it's Jones because he's actually a quarterback. I'm gonna answer opposite. I'm gonna say I would rather have Jalen Hurts than Jones, and here's why: because I think Jones is in his third year and he's done nothing. Okay, to me, I don't believe Daniel Jones is a franchise quarterback. Jalen Hurts really only played his first year. And so there's still a possibility he could develop. I don't know if I think Daniel Jones can. What would you say?
Jalen Hurts hasn't played. Yeah, Jalen Hurts, his rookie year, didn't play the whole entire year. He got thrown into the fire pretty much for a few games. So I would give it's more time. It's pretty much a time thing with Daniel Jones. So what a lot of Eagles fans say, if you're giving Daniel Jones that much time for the Giants, you should be giving more time. It's not give up on Hurts this early,
right?
For the Eagles. So.
Yeah. I think that when you get to 3 years in, if you're not developed, if something's not changing, then it's bad. I mean, when you look at Daniel Jones, I see the same guy I've seen the last few years. But Hurts, at least he has the potential to still improve in the passing game. I would go Jalen Hurts. Minshew can lead man, give him a chance. Army, Mom Heather, I don't know if they will or they won't. A lot of people like Minshew. I just always saw him as a backup. He's entertaining and he gives you a lot of energy. I don't know if they'll do that. I really don't. Do you think the Eagles would? Is there any way they would bench Hurts this year?
No, I think you stick with him because really, at the end of the day, like Hurts was, struggling, early in the season, and they didn't bench him, and obviously just from playing pretty good the past few weeks, and then obviously this game not playing well. I don't think they bench him. I think they keep him on course the rest of the year as a period of just. This is a building block year for the Eagles. You find your pieces. Obviously, they locked up some guys on some contracts. So I think having an evaluation period for Hurts this year is the best and healthiest thing for this team as for this year.
Yeah. Yep. G-Co says, I'm good on Miles. I said what I said. Laugh out loud, shake my head. I still think Miles has got to be used right. Like, I know he got hurt today, and it's frustrating, but I think they should have really you need to use Miles more. You know? Reagaholor should play cornerback. He could, yeah. He may be too slow. Like, Reagor's supposed to be explosive, right? He's supposed to be like really fast and all that. But when you watch him like on special teams, like there's no acceleration. He doesn't seem like he has another gear.
No, he hesitates when he hits that first wave of guys. He hesitates, he stops, and then he tries to make some big moves, like catch the ball and run. Even when they punt to the 40-yard line or punt to the 35-yard line, and he has some room, he still sits and he stops, like to wait for something to open up. I don't know what he's waiting for, but just run.
Yeah, Cowboys are definitely losing Thursday night. That's going to happen, Rob. They're going to lose again, and then here's what's going to happen. Here's what I'm going to tell you how it's going to play out. So the Cowboys are going to go to New Orleans and lose. They're going to lose on Thursday Night Football. That's a Thursday night game. I'll be streaming, by the way. So they're going to go there. They're going to lose. And then the Eagles are going to beat the Jets and have a bye week. And then all the Eagle fans are going to be driving the Cowboy fans crazy, saying, see that? They lost. Now we're back in it. That Giant game's not going to hurt us. And then here we go. We're going to be right back where we were 2 days ago. Dallas will lose to New Orleans. Write it down, Westy Rings. Put down one of your rusty old rings. You guys are losing Thursday. Yo, Philly, how do you feel about Fletcher? How do I feel on Fletcher Cox? Oh, God.
How do you feel about Cox?
How do I feel on Fletcher Cox? That don't sound right. Not a word says Cowboys aren't that good. My thoughts on Fletcher Cox is my thoughts on number 91 is that he disappointing. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
They had one tackle in the backfield today on Barkley, and that was really it. I mean, that was it.
He just doesn't have the girth that he once had. I don't know what else to say. It's just he had that one play in the backfield, but he's quiet. He's quiet. Even Hargrave is quiet now. And you get nothing from the. You get nothing from the. This is what I don't understand. Why did you bring Derek Barnett back and pay him what, $10 million? Why did you do that? He's not worth it. I could have told them that a year ago. And then Josh Sweat gets an extension and has done nothing. Nothing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's crazy. I love messing with you Stinkadelphia douches. Wait till Thursday. We'll see. Oh, man. Our division rivals are so delusional. They are. Here's the funny thing is the Cowboys and Mark Holmes does the same thing. All season, he's been torturing me, okay? I've been tortured. Every week, he's got stuff up on me. I don't say nothing. I just go about my business. The one Thanksgiving where I do something back at him. Now all these Cowboy fans come and act like I was like doing something against them. It's like, dude, this dude hit me all year and I said shit. And now I come fire back one time and you people have meltdowns. Dallas fans are delusional. A lot of them are. Cleaner green lawns and landscape says Philly choking the season away, delusional. We put 40 on you and you put 40 on the Giants. Yeah, but that was like back in the beginning of the year, no?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Dallas has lost the last 3 of 4 games. They're going to go play the Saints, who are desperate for a win, on a Thursday night. You might lose. You know what I mean? You might lose. I will say that Saquon Barkley is massively overrated. Kajana Carter with muscles. That's funny. I think that he's coming back from injury. I think that has a lot to do with it, you know? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But those excuses, we've lost to teams above 500. True. But it happens. I mean, the Denver loss was pretty brutal. I mean, Especially, I don't understand what happened in that game.
Mm-mm.
So I mean, we'll see. They got to play it out. We're going to play the year out. Let's see here. No matter what team we like, we can all agree Dallas still stinks. Absolutely. I agree.
I do.
Josh Sweat needs to play on the right side. Get him there. Whatever works.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, but it is what it is, man. It's a tough loss. This one stings because we could have won this game. It hurts.
Yeah, it does. We just know that something is internally wrong with this team and how they just totally did it. They totally just went backwards in this game, straight away from the run, and it did so many bad things.
Yeah. Reaper says, I believe when refs get bad calls, they should be fined or something to change the trash around the NFL. That's interesting. I honestly think sometimes some of those calls are on purpose because my theory is those refs bet money lines. They betting because they don't make millions and millions of dollars, so they're going to be motivated to bet. They may not be throwing games, but they do control the spread. I think so. Anyway.
Yeah.
Shin says, any Philly fan that week in and week out O-line can take verbal abuse, I'm good with no matter what I say. Laugh out loud, pound Delaware. Any Philly fan that week in week out in line, yeah, I take your verbal abuse all the time. It's just sling that shit. You know what I mean? But I'm going to hit you guys back when I get my opportunities.
Exactly.
And that's what I did with Mark. People got offended. Hot Shot Slayers says the Eagles are who we thought they were. Trash. Sponsored by Beefaroni Level Trash. Oh, what the hell? All he talks about is Beefaroni all the time. I don't even know what the frig Beefaroni is. I never ate that.
Chef Boyardee.
That's
real Italian canned goodness.
Yeah, my mom would kick my ass. Ain't happening. Let's see. Jalen Reagaholor deserves an extension right now. Sign the dude long term and bring in Evan Ingram. Eagles will be set for a decade. A decade of losing by late drops. Giant Opinion Sports. I see what you're trying to do here, brother. I see what you're trying to do. All right, guys. Well, listen. It is late. Joey, thank you for being on. We've been on over an hour. Definitely. It's a tough loss. No question about it. I know there's going to be a lot of Jalen Hurts talk this week, Jalen Reagor talk this week. We just got to go find a way to win this week. Get back on the winning side, get a bye week, and get somewhat healthy, and then play this thing out. We're still 1.5 games back from a wild card, so we play this thing out. Luckily, Dallas will lose to New Orleans on Thursday. That'll be really good. I hope Mark Holmes clips that. And if you guys haven't subbed Joey. In the link is in the description. Go sub his channel. Great channel. And we appreciate you guys being here. No Definitely. Question about it. This was episode 40, by the way, right?
Yep.
So we're episode 4. We've done 40 of these mother humpers. That's crazy, but it's really crazy. Any last parting thoughts, Joey?
I don't know. We're going into a Jets week now, so. I don't know if they somehow can pull this win off or something before the bye, end on a good note before they take a break. Hopefully get maybe Davion Taylor back. Get some guys back, and I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
Let me address this. Philly 500 is not confident right now. Did you not see what we saw today? It's hard to be confident in some of the things you said. We saw, however. I still think we can make the playoffs. And I'll leave it at that. I still think we have an easy enough schedule. Mm-hmm. But we got to be consistent. We got to get back to what we did. I mean, what happened to we're nasty? We're going to get back. That's how we beat. That's our identity. Where was the nastiness today?
There was none. They weren't bowling anybody around.
Punch somebody in the back of the head. Do something. But it just wasn't good.
Yeah,
it wasn't good. But we'll see what happens, But thank you, everybody, for joining. Congratulations to you, New York Giant fans, once again. And Yeah, we're going to be miserable with the Cowboys this week until Thursday when the Cowboys lose to the Saints. Click the link in the description, sub up Joey. And with that said, we are going to let you guys go. So take care. Talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat. Joey Shakes and Denzel Washington.